Hey friends, welcome back. The thing that's been on my mind today is crushes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in an interesting predicament. How do what do you do when you've got multiple people you have a crush on? And on top of that, what do you do when people have a crush on you and you don't necessarily have a crush on them back? It's so complicated because if you have a crush on multiple people, right? If you got a crush on someone here, someone there, someone there, your first thought is, well, that's not good. At least mine is. Probably because it's like you don't know what you're looking for, or you can't stick with one person, like you're just too, you spend 5 minutes with someone and suddenly you have a crush on them, and then you leave them for half an hour, and then you have a crush on someone else that you spend time with, and whatever. And so it's tough because the immediate thought of that is negative. That has a negative connotation. However, I'm just in high school, right? And the whole thing with crushes, it's not like you're getting married or anything. And I think it should be, let me rephrase that, something where liking multiple people is okay, right? I think. Because in the dating high school phase, you don't know exactly what you want. You don't know exactly what you're looking for, right? So being able to try out multiple people, right, is crucial. However, if you have crushes on multiple people, right, and some of them have crushes on you, some of them don't, other people have crushes on you that you don't have a crush on them, it gets hard when people take it really personally, right? When it shouldn't be like that. Because if you start dating someone and then you break up with them, or they ask you to date them and you say no, right? Or you ask to date them and they say no, then, like, specifically, we're the example of, if there's a girl in her friend group and she tries to date a guy and he doesn't date her back, then all the girls in her friend group can't date that guy. And that's the tricky part where it gets so complicated, because it shouldn't be that way, right? You should be able to go around and date people and not have it be a big thing, not have it be too serious. Because this really what dating should be is, I'm interviewing this person as a candidate for the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with and I'm going to build a family with. Like, that's ultimately the thought. And so the fact that you can't try that out with everybody is sad. And it shouldn't be that way, because it should be where you can have dating relationships, but then break up and still be friends and whatever. But it's just not that way. And so that's frustrating. Or maybe it is. Maybe you guys have some thoughts um as if it should be that way or not. But I guess in my case it's just frustrating, because for me, I do feel like everybody has their own thing, and I do have a lot of crushes at school though, and but they're all for different things, and they all do change depending on who I'm spending the most time with, right? Um, but it's hard because I feel like I can't go anywhere with any of them, or I can't explore those paths further, because then everyone's going to make it a big deal, or it's going to seem like a big deal when I just really want to know, Get to know them better. And maybe that could be done, actually, maybe that could be done through just a friendship. Like, it doesn't have to be a dating thing. But still, you never know. Anyway, that's kind of my thought vomit from today, is the crushes stuff. If you took something away from this video or you relate at all, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And yeah, thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.